The city of Windhoek has sent out a request to residents to start submitting their own water readings. I spoke to Lydia Amutenya about this.
The request that we send out to the public is just to submit the water readings for the water and electricity readings for the month of September, because the city is experiencing some technical difficulties in terms of collecting the readings from our various suburbs of the city of Windhoek. Therefore, we have requested the members of the public to assist in the month of September to provide their own readings to the city of Windhoek, so that we don't have to do the interims. Because if we don't receive the readings within this month, then the next statement comes out with the estimations, which has another impact on the accounts of the consumers. So we are humbly requesting the residents of Windhoek to send their readings to the city of Windhoek. We will provide the email address and the numbers that they can provide those readings via telephone, or they can send it via email to the city of Windhoek. And also in the same line, I would like to urge the members of the public that the city of Windhoek has advanced in terms of meter readings, that we now can, the public can now submit their own readings from the comfort of their own homes or wherever they are via SMS to the city of Windhoek. There's a procedure on how you do that, very simple, but the clear procedures on how you can do that, that the residents can submit their own readings. And the SMS, it costs around $1 for the submission, 40 cents to $1 for the submission of these readings. On a monthly basis, if you register yourself as a self-reader, you submit your readings between the 20th and the 30th of each month. Sometimes we have access issues to properties around Windhoek, because some properties, the gates are locked all the time, or there's no one at home at all, or there are dogs, vicious dogs that preventing our guys to go there and read the meters. So it's also very convenient for the members of the public to register as self-readers. Then you just send the SMS to the city of Windhoek with your readings every month between the 20th and the 30th of each month. Then you don't have to, the system doesn't have to now estimate your consumption, because we always have the readings. But also a word of caution to the members of the public that once then you are registered as a self-reader, you have to now to keep up with the self-readings, because if you are registered, of course, our officials will not come to your property to read the meter because you are registered as a self-reader. Definitely we will come there to do the auditing, because we usually do the auditing to determine whether you are really providing the relevant information, like the actual readings that you're supposed to provide to us. So we do ad hoc audits on the meters, but you have to provide those readings to us on a monthly basis. Otherwise, then the system will then estimate your consumption.
Many residents have taken to social media to decry the ever-increasing cost of services from the city of Windhoek, and also lamented the fact that the SMS they want to receive these water readings by is once more at the cost of the consumer.
It's not true that we are doing this to milk the residents. Of course, our intentions are good. Our intentions is actually to avoid inconveniencing our clients, our consumers. The introduction of the self-reading is actually a very good initiative, because even when you are not at your property, maybe for a very long period of time, you can still get access to your meter, maybe through the person that is in the house, and they send you the readings, or they can SMS those readings to the city. So even, as I mentioned, when access is an issue to the property, or because of other reasons, like maybe the gates are locked, there's no one at home, there are dogs and stuff like that, so we can always get those readings, and we actually bill you on your actual consumption and not on the estimation, because we could not access your property. And also, just to add that, of course, Windhoek has grown so widely that our team leaders or our meter readers are no longer able to really cover the whole of Windhoek, like all the suburbs. So it's also very convenient in that regard, that then we definitely still get the readings from our residents, and then with both the city and the residents are covered.
I asked the city of Windhoek's Lydia Amutenya to inform the nation on the measures the city is taking to improve on wastages such as water leakages.
Of course, leakages are preventable, but not always. Because sometimes a leak comes because of an accident. Maybe somebody bumped infrastructure, or they were excavating, and then they hit the pipe by mistake or something. So it's not something that will be avoided forever. But of course, there are those leakages that are happening due to the issue of old infrastructures, like the pipes need to be replaced, and the city is usually working on that. Every financial year, we make provision for the budget in the budget for us to be able to replace some of those aging infrastructures and make sure that it doesn't hinder the provision of service delivery to our clients. But as I said, of course, the support from the public is also very, very important, because sometimes if residents come across a water leaking pipe or a municipal pipe that is leaking, when the clients inform the city or alert the city on its numbers, or through our social media, we then act to make sure that we attend to those. But of course, as I said, sometimes we are receiving many accidents or incidents that are communicated to our contact center, and the teams are limited also. So sometimes it takes a while before we attend to all incidences that are reported to the city of Windhoek. So it's not that we are intentionally taking time to respond. It's just that some of these factors are also come into effect, especially responding on time. But our goal and objective is really to attend to all incidences that are communicated to the city of Windhoek. And our budget will continue to try and make provision to ensure that we minimize, or we have a reduction in the number of aging infrastructure that we are replacing. We have, like in terms of the sewer lines, we have started a project in some of our informal settlements where we are replacing some of these old aging infrastructures that we used to have continuous sewer leaking that leads to riverbeds and then create that stink environment that is not so conducive for our residents.
The City of Windhoek's Lydia Amutenya explained just how the registration process works.
Your SMS should look like this. So MReg, like it's written here, then you put, there should be space, and then you put the account number. This is the account number that you find on your statement or your bill. And then you put that star, and then you put your statement key. The statement key is also available on your statement. It's the first thing on your statement. Just check after the barcode, you see there's a statement key, but you have to use the latest statement key or the latest statement to register with that statement key. So then you send that to this number, 269 000 or 269 600, and then you register M registration. You put your account number, your star, and you put your statement key, and then you are registered. As simple as that. And from there, every month you have to take your readings from your meter, electricity and water meter, and then you send your submission to the City of Windhoek via SMS. By simple SMS should look like this. Your M read, so your meter readings, it's M stand for meter, so M read, and then the space, the meter number. So the electricity and water, you should send two different SMS. For one for electricity, one for water. If you have a postpaid electricity, if you have prepaid, then you are not affected by this. So then the meter number and then the readings. The readings, you take the readings and you submit them to that number. So you usually get a notification back that says, thank you for submitting your readings. They have been submitted. And if there is an error, you also get a notification that indicates to you that there was an error and you should start over the process or how you should do that.